Hey guys, this is Light, and the balance patch is coming up this week, so let's go over the notes and see what we can expect. So, let's see. We have Lidica, LQC, Dark Corvus, Jenua, Aki, Lidica, Schniel, and Khawazu. An interesting lineup. The Lidica will probably be the new opener. Um, It's very weird they're buffing Dark Corvus and Aki when both of them are actually extremely strong units when, you know, picked well. Yeah, let's see, and we have two pretty whatever artifacts. These are probably getting buffed to match the Bliticas. So let's see. Defense break on S1, that's great. Her S1 was useless anyway. Attacks all enemies, 100% chance to dispel 2 buffs, up from 1. And they're removing the crit requirement, so you don't need crit chance neck on this unit anymore. That's really good. Grants extra turn. Okay, so she's no longer countered by CR cutters or anything, which is fine. Of course, it can't counterattack. And see, S3 grants skill nullifiers to all allies without having to crit. That's really good. It grants stealth to the caster for 3 turns. With only 10 souls, she can ignore ER. This 10 souls is important to note because, you know, she gets 10 souls from, what is it? I think you get 10 soul. You start with 10 souls if you have Ludwig artifact, right? So she could hold Ludwig artifact and just soul burn for herself, I believe. My game is actually not open, so I can't check, but I'll just open it real quick. But yeah, this is this is a huge buff, and like it's also, you know, 4-turn cooldown, and it grants stealth for 3 turns. So this is suggesting that she no longer needs guiding light, and she's definitely gonna get a speed EE to make her a viable, you know, speed contester. She's gonna be like what, effectively like low 120s with her EE, and the EE will probably give her stealth and like stealth at the start of the turn, probably, and maybe a bit more, but might be asking for too much. But yeah, at the minimum, I think she's gonna get stealth at the start of the turn, and then with her S3, she will be able to stealth herself for 3 more turns. And then she'll also be able to hold Ludwig artifact if you want to free, you know, Soulburn ignore ER, which is nice. But also they're buffing Candle, so maybe Candle will also be for Lidica, but you know, that's there for like the choice. Oh yeah, Ludwig artifact does indeed give you 10 souls. So with Ludwig artifact, she can Soulburn for free with her own artifact. That's pretty insane. Although I don't know how good laceration is. Like it just it just injures people, right? It just makes people get injured whenever you do stuff, and I guess it's nice. I guess like it's pretty nice, but then you have to land the debuff too. I don't know. Maybe she'll be pretty good. The skill null is very strong though. Skill null is definitely very strong. Um, you'll be able to defense break too with El Gaia Candle, I guess. Probably gonna be a very menacing last pick kind of unit, or maybe she'll be like, you know, better than Fire Lidica is right now. But yeah, I think she has a lot of potential. It's a shame though that they remove her crit chance requirement because I just rolled a really fast crit chance deck. But yeah, I'm sure she will be quite strong with her EE. Although I really, it kind of, I feel like they need to just show what EE the characters are getting, because you don't exactly get like, you know, the full picture. But yeah, let's see, LQC. Oh, attacks always result in a critical hit. A successful attack always results in a critical hit. Soul burn, increased hit chance, imprint concentration, attack from crit chance. This is huge. And so LQC is a unit who, on paper, should be really strong. She has debuff resistance. She has free CR push. She you know, she has the tools to deal with meta units, like she has bonus damage. But the issue with LQC is that she doesn't do any damage. Like she has all these really, really good things in her kit, but then she falls short because she doesn't actually do any damage. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the other ML5 to get an EE because this feels a little incomplete, not gonna lie. Like sure, you have more evasion or you have anti-evasion, sure. You get free crit chance, like that's great and all. But I'm hoping her EE lets her either soulburn for free or give herself attack buff. If it gives herself attack buff, that means you don't have to run Tachi anymore, you can run Thorn. If it gives free soulburn, you can run Tachi and not run Thorn. But yeah, unless she unless they actually buff her damage, I don't see her being good, but I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Because this, as it is, feels incomplete. The unit has always felt incomplete. But yeah, hopefully they'll make her good. I believe she will be the next big bruiser. Hopefully. Oh boy, we have the big Dark Corvus, immune to stun, immune to both okay, so he can no longer be feared, which is great. He can no longer be slept either. 100 after suffering critical, 100% chance to decrease blah blah by initial. Okay, so this is the same as LRK, where like if you AoE him, it's -2 for him. But yeah, so this is yeah, he just gets his S3 faster, basically. So when the target ignore damage sharing, when target is a hero, that's fantastic. When Soulburn is not used, increased damage dealt, that's fantastic. Dark Corvus literally does PP damage if he can't Soulburn. I think that was a huge shortcoming. That's why everyone was forced to run him on Thorn, but now this frees up his artifact choices. Like, you can easily run him on, like, Durandal again and whatnot, which is really, really good. He no longer has to be on Thorn. Although, maybe he does, so you can do maximum damage, but freedom of artifacts is really nice. Also, not being able to get feared is really nice. But honestly, this is pretty crazy. I thought Dark Corp was already a really good unit in this season. crazy buff. We have Jenua. So Jenua will give himself attack buff to make his S1 do more damage. That is a decent amount of damage, to be honest. And then let's see. Recover, absorbing some of the damage dealt to... Okay, so Jenua... Okay, so Jenua will probably be able to full heal himself now. This is suggesting that he's gonna heal way more because, like, you know, he's gonna do tons of damage. When the enemy is defeated, inflicts extinction. This is huge. This is really, really huge. This is as huge as giving Pablo an extinction EE. Like Jenua does a lot of damage. But the issue with Jenua right now is that people can just revive, but now they can't. This is definitely a big hit to, you know, Yuha, Ruel shenanigans, and Jenua is actually kind of a decent unit. If you know, you didn't run out of juice. But since he's anti-revive and like Reviver is naturally counter him, so this is huge. They're getting rid of one of his biggest counters, which is great, which is really great. And it's definitely going to make Emerald Polly a much stronger unit. She did have quite the fall off because, like, you know, if she just gets out bed, she kind of dies. But at least she'll be very strong against turn 2 now, like even stronger than what she was already. Because Jenua will be an absolute beast. But yeah, this is pretty crazy. So like the thing about extinction units is that they typically you know, they typically have very limited damage, like they're kind of one and done, but Jenua can also spam extinction, which is gonna be pretty scary. Although they didn't necessarily buff his damage besides the extra S1 damage. But extinction is already pretty scary. Yeah, really nice. Let's see. S1 detonation damage increased. S3 detonation damage increased. Lower cooldown. Why? This Aki unit is so strong already. But I guess he'll be even stronger now, which is nice. More damage options, always nice. Yeah, he just does more damage. Let's see. Lidica, her AoE thingy is now a 1 turn less cooldown, and her S3 does more damage. Are you... What? Is that it? I mean, sure. So I guess they're gonna make her, you know, a bit better for the long game. Like, she has lower downtime on her S2. Her S3 will be able to secure kills better, but we have to see how much damage increases is. Because as it stands, she does peanut damage. The Schniel increases combat readiness of the caster and the ally with the highest attack, except for the caster, by 15%. Okay, the CR boost S1 is really good. I'm sure some freaks will put their Schniel on counterattack now. Let's see. Combat readiness increase. Okay. At the start of the turn, dispel 1 debuff from 2 allies. That is interesting. They took away his max HP to make him cleanse. Okay. And then let's see. When inflicted with poison or venom, activates cleanse. Dispels all debuffs against immunity and indomitable. Okay, that's nice. Increases defense and grants a barrier. Deals 5,000 additional damage regardless of whether the attack hits. That's pretty nice. Greatly increases additional damage. Well, we don't know how much that's gonna be, so whatever. Huh. Okay. Well, Schniel will be better, but I don't know by how much. I mean, I guess this is how they want to deal with Biblis? I don't know. Might have potential. If this ends up being like 20,000 additional damage, that would be pretty cool, I guess. I guess it depends how much of a threat he'll be. But like, the CR push is really nice tempo for sure. The extra cleanse is really nice for sure. This is potentially really good depending on how much damage it does. Yeah, maybe it'll be good against Biblis, who knows. And Khawazu. The Khawazu now has damage limit on as a passive. That is strange. And his S3 is a lower cooldown. Why are they buffing 2 burn based units? Okay, my tinfoil is that they're gonna make a frenzy that increases burn damage. They're gonna make a frenzy that increases burn damage or something, because this has to why else would they buff Aki and Khawazu? It's just a bit weird. Let's see, what else? Wait, I guess that's it. When activating Blazing Fury grants 10 souls? Oh, okay. So he gives himself enough souls to burn his S3, so he can spam his S3. That's cool. Might have potential. Let's see. Increases effectiveness, decrease combat. Okay, so it increases it decreases combat readiness by even more, but that's pretty whatever. Increases 60% chance to defense break. So if Lidica is gonna have 5 chances at a 60% rate to defense break you, that is pretty menacing, to be honest. Pretty menacing. Pretty cool too. These changes won't affect the meta or make us use these characters more or less. Wait, I kind of disagree. I actually really disagree. I think if they do LQC justice with a good EE, she's gonna be a premier bruiser. If Lidica, you know, gets a 10 speed EE, she's going to be a potentially really good opener if you can gear gap people. Dark Corvus is huge. He's even better than before. Jenua is huge. It's gonna make ML Poly strong again potentially. Aki already does insane damage. I don't know what they're doing with Lidica. I don't know what they're doing with Schniel, and Khawazu has potential. I think that this patch has a lot of potential. I am looking forward to it. Hopefully they make LQC good. If they don't make LQC good, I will not like the patch, but I believe in her. Smilegate will do her justice. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.